Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Blyle and welcome to another episode of Locker Break. Today, Fayette County's Work-Based Learning Coordinator, Mrs. Melanie Duncan, is joining me to talk about the Work-Based Learning Program. What is work-based learning?
Work-based learning is a program that provides juniors and seniors in high school with the opportunity to go to a work site and earn elective credit there at the work site. So we try to match up their career field interest with the coursework that they've had in high school and marry that together with an internship or a job in that field. And so they go to that work site and get authentic work experience in that area.
And what kind of things do work-based learning students do job internship-wise?
Oh gosh, we're really not limited. We have students that work in all kinds of different industries, including healthcare, marketing, engineering, aviation, law. And then we have some students that work at what would be a typical retail position, a typical part-time job. We're only limited by the number or the ability to find an industry partner in the particular area that they're interested in. So I've had students that are interested in archaeology, and that's not anything that we offer coursework in.
Yeah.
But they have the opportunity to, work in a related field in those instances.
And what are some of the skills that work-based learning students learn during the year?
Aside from the specific job skills that they learn at their work site, depending on what job they are in, across the board, I think the most important job skill that students learn is communication, both verbally and also by writing emails. Depending on what the job requires, communication oftentimes for these students is the first time that they have to communicate with adults in the work site. And so the adults are treating them like adults, and they're expecting them to act like adults.
And besides communication, how does the program prepare students to join the workforce?
Well, the thing that we find when we talk to employers about what they want in an employee is that they want somebody to show up on time, and they want somebody to show up every day. And so in addition to communication, it provides students the opportunity to have authentic work expectations, or to meet authentic work expectations, like showing up on time. And that requires them to make sure that they're managing their time well, because they still have homework for their other classes. They still have extracurricular activities to participate in. And so with a job, it really does kind of narrow down the scope of, okay, I have to do this during this amount of time because I have to go to work later. And so I think that's another important skill that they learn.
Yeah, and I don't know if many of our listeners know this, but I'm a work-based learning student, and my job is to come and work at Hall Pass every day and produce Locker Break. It's a lot of fun, and I've definitely learned a lot while doing it, and I know we're coming up on the time that sophomores and juniors can apply to work-based learning, so if any of you are listening and are interested, you can contact Miss Duncan at duncan.melanie@fcboe.org for more information, and who knows, you might be the next voice of Locker Break. Ms. Duncan, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think just with work-based learning, normally one of three things happen when students are in the program. Number one, they go into their internship and they find that this is exactly the field they want to go into. It solidifies that decision, and they think, I can't wait to pursue this in my career. Secondly, they go into the internship or the job, and they find there's no way I could do this for the rest of my life. It's not what I thought it was going to be, which is equally valuable to find that out in high school when money and time haven't been spent perhaps going to college and pursuing something that they ultimately figure out they don't want to do. So that's valuable too. And then third, they're presented with a related field, something that they didn't know existed that may be sort of like what they thought they were getting into. But once they got into that position, they realized that there's this related field that really interests me. And so they're able to see that and get that experience and be exposed to that area as well.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to visit Hall Pass Entertainment at Hall Pass Creates on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hall Pass Entertainment. See you soon!